Hi, everyone. We are here at the estate sale. We're a few minutes early. We just wanted to go ahead and go live so that we could wait for a few of you to come in. And we both have our AirPods in, so we're hoping that we will get my audio as well as George's. Say hi.
Hello.
So let us know if the audio is okay. Otherwise, we're going to have to switch to a different uh, microphone.
So should we talk about the scenario and why we're here?
Yeah. So let us know in the comments if you can hear us. Hey, Michelle. We are using StreamYard, so it's going to be not as good a quality as if we could do it directly from the YouTube app. But we are, oh, hold on here. Let me quickly turn off the notifications. Okay, audio is good. Stay away. Stay away. Okay, can you talk, George? Talk, George. Can you?
I really cleaned up when it first went to half off. There's still at half off. We were expecting a little bigger discount today. This was an antique dealer's estate, and I'll show you the before next weekend on my regular channel, the Antique Nomad, because I got some really good footage of what was here. Because a lot has sold, but there's still a lot left. And what we're doing today, we'll probably find some things that we can buy at half off. I'm sure there's a few things I missed, but this may largely be a scouting trip. So
Audio needs a little work.
yeah, okay, well, we'll just see.
Very faint. Okay, I'm going to try. Hold on. Give
Okay,
us just a minute.
that's why we started early. We'll see what we can do.
Okay. Okay, what about now? I turned the volume up as high as it could go.
Yeah, let's see how that does.
Is that better?
And if it's blasting, okay, now I can hear him. Okay, there we go. That sounds great. Okay, good. So anyway, just to reiterate, we both have been to this estate sale once before. This was an antique dealer. And
Okay,
had
keep talking,
tons.
George. Keep talking and stay there. Let me know if you can still hear George when he gets far away. Keep talking. Can you hear George? Stay there. You can still hear George, right? From this far away? Nope. Nope.
They went down to half off at that point.
Okay, we're gonna switch to a different mic setup. So
Whoops.
give us just a second here. Hold
Okay.
on, George.
Well, meanwhile, hopefully you can hear me in the meantime. Whoops. I'll show you happy cornfields.
Yeah, they can still hear you. We're using them, but it's gonna take just a minute. You gotta just.
Okay, it'll take a minute for us to redo the mic, so hopefully you can hear me a little. Here we go. Oh, we're gonna put the fuzzy thing on. Great. Okay, let's see how that is. So
Yeah, it's we switched mics. Give us just a second. Okay, how about now? Is it better?
okay, let's see. Let us know if you can hear us, because that is the point.
We switched to an external mic, and hopefully you can hear us better.
Yeah, let us know if you're hearing us at all.
Okay, great. There is a little bit of a delay. So anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get going.
So anyway, today is still half off. They haven't gone to a higher discount. There's 3 days left in the sale, so I guess today's half off, and then tomorrow maybe 60%, and Saturday will be 75. So I think what's going to happen is this is going to be, I'll probably find a few things that I missed at half off before, but this may be largely a scouting trip. And since that's the case, it means I'll probably come back tomorrow. So if you see something that you really like, leave a comment. Don't put it in the chat because I won't be able to see it afterwards, but leave a comment and then I will take a look when it's at a better discount and see if I can pick it up for you. And in the meantime, let's go take a look and see what they have left, because there's still plenty here. This place was just jammed. They had 2 outbuildings and a house full.
We're gonna switch. I'm gonna cutting off George, so because we got to get going.
Yep.
So we're gonna switch the camera, and we're going to show you a little bit of the scenery, and if we can do that here, this is why I'm not totally jumping for joy with using StreamYard, but until Val's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so you can see we are in the middle of there we go. Yes, the middle of nowhere. Way over there is the Ohio River, actually, so it's not the middle of totally nowhere. And we had a pretty good signal the other day. We're just going to do the best we can. That's okay.
Yeah, this is an experiment. We haven't done this before, so I'm excited about the idea. And this is the house. It's a nice house. It's fairly large. There's a big full basement, and then there's a shed full of stuff and an outbuilding full of stuff. So where should we go first? Maybe we should do the outbuildings first, because we know we've got a signal here. The inside is where the neatest stuff is, but there's some pretty cool things everywhere in this place because it was just packed when they started. When you see the regular video on the main channel next week, I think you'll be blown away by how much stuff they had. So this is the cash desk. This is where everything ends up. We ended up, gosh, I think I did.
Don't be putting us on that Facebook, on that Instagram post now. I'm putting stuff in my face.
I promise we won't.
Come along today.
But you know, when it first went to half off, I ended up buying an entire table full of stuff. I spent over $1,000. So there definitely are things in this place, and it's got some nice scenery. I'm a little surprised those chairs are still here at $25 each.
Yeah, sorry about the choppiness. We thought we had a pretty good signal, and we're just gonna do what we can. So we're not gonna stop.
So we will start in discount, but it's all 50% off everywhere in the house now. So we'll take a look and see what they've got. Obviously, lots of shutters. I see lots of shutters at sales everywhere. I think because they're so specific for size that people just don't know what to do with them. But there are some things in here.
You're gonna have to face the camera. They can. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. I actually like this big industrial rolling rack. I'm trying to remember how much this was. It was $125, so it's only $60 thing. Otherwise, I think it'd be pretty useful. A lot of what's in here is shop stuff that you would expect, but there's a few collectible things that I definitely.
Lighting is better.
So this tractor seat is actually really a good one because it's got the letters in it. Charge high retail, and I'm not sure about that, but you know, we'll see if it's still here tomorrow. people really are collecting this farm stuff. People who like farmhouse are into these things. This one is, but when it goes on sale, it's patented in 1914, and it is a midget. It's a cedar, and you can adjust it. The reason people like it, you can see that it adjusts for if you're planting corn or if you're planting deal, and had a patent back then. And people like collecting this sort of thing. It's not just for novelty. There are some people who actually will use this sort of thing. In this part of the country, we see the Amish buying a lot of these sorts of things because they are not electric or gas, and so they can have them and use them still. Let's see. I'm not sure what else is really in here. I think that might be it as far as what's really the type of collectible I do. So we will...
I'm adjusting the microphone. If you hear a little noise, that is what I am doing. Oh, guess I'm not. Okay. Okay.
So let's see what else there is. Big old blue industrial card here. This is actually something that people are buying these and using them in restaurants, in bars, in other places besides. If we can find some things to buy, because I know that there were some things in the second outbuilding that I thought were pretty well priced that we might be able to pick up. So we're going to go there next. Oh, they even have a big burn pile. So yeah, they're really clearing out this place.
Yeah, and you can see all the walnuts there on the ground. Black walnuts.
And this old barn was not opened, I think probably because it's a really old barn and maybe couldn't handle the traffic, so they took everything out of there.
No, Deb Jones says no, and then yes. Not sure what that's about, but well, do we want to? Where are we going to go next?
Let's go over here to the other outbuilding, because pool lockers, and they've got a big deck of them. Oh, we can take a look over here first, though, because there are some things in the yard that are interesting. I believe that they are kneelers. No, actually, it looks like they had something on the top out of the church. I'm not sure exactly what you would do with these, but they've got a great look with the little bit of rust, and you could use them for bottle storage. Again, this is the type of thing I could see somebody taking these and making a bar out of, or something like that. Also, there's a lot of old iron beds and rails and things here. The ice cream chairs are actually a good deal. They're only $30 for the 3, and if you were willing to repad them, that's actually pretty cheap. And they're ice cream chairs because they've got this wire formation in the back. That's the way they did those, about 19 teens and 20s. And you see reproductions of them today, but they're a lot lighter. I like the originals. And then these chairs from the 50s they're making new things that look like this, but these are a lot more substantial. So you know these are the old, and they are only $12.50 a piece. I mean, they would be worth getting and painting. If I had a bigger vehicle with me, I might pick them up today, but if they're here tomorrow, I might get them then. Oh, this is nice. It doesn't have the bird bath, but this is a nice pedestal, and this is likely by Red Wing or the Robinson Ramsbottom Company, and it looks like a 1940s piece. I upset a whole bunch of ants by moving it, though. And it's $32.50. If you could just find an appropriate bird bath for the top, it's a really nice design with the bird
Karen,
in it.
Maybe, or something, I don't know.
Yeah. A little out of my budget, but it's a nice look if you can use it. But let's go over to that other building and look at some smalls.
Yeah, this building over here is full of a bunch of older antiques and vintage.
Yes, and kitchen and all that stuff. Let's see.
And air conditioning.
Yes, that part's nice. Because it is hot today. Okay, so these lockers are $87.50, and lockers have been really hot the past several years. That's at half of that. That's actually a pretty good price. It would be something you could use as a wall in an antique mall as a display until you sold them, especially because they're smaller. Hey there, Dan.
Hi. Yes. We're showing everything.
All right.
It is if the signal holds.
Okay.
Oh, I don't to say. Look, it's not really her signature, it's like a handle, and people like this shape of handle particularly. This is more popular, and it's half of $12. This is a big pitcher, and people think, well, that's a lot of syrup. Actually, this would have been for waffle batter. This would be a batter pitcher. And yeah, I'm so used to looking in the lens, and I'm forgetting that we're on the phone. But in any event, at half of $12, this to me is a buy, and I'm going to get it. So see, we found something. Let's see what else. These little screen print glasses are neat, and they're only $4 for 4. That seems like that's pretty viable too. So I guess I'm starting a pile. So let's grab those.
Because we're half off today, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Today's half. Mm-hmm. It's got an Art Nouveau look. It's newer than that. And I'm going to move on from that one. A lot of yellowware, again, at a certain price. This is going to be a better deal. And that might be something to come back and take a look for when it gets to that point. The dollhouse is cute. I like this sort of modern front that they have on it. This looks like something from the 60s or 70s, but I don't really have a way to display that. There's a lot of spatterware and enamelware and graniteware, and these pieces, again, I'm waiting for them to come down a little bit more, but the colors are good, and there's some good pieces in here. It's just sort of old school prices, so got to wait a little bit on those. Let's see. You know, these jars shaped like barrels always do seem to sell, and that's going to be $15. And you know, I could say I'd like to get it a little cheaper, but honestly, it's a good size. They're usually humongous, and people can't really use the big ones. So I think I'm going to put this in the pile too. And this was originally $45. So now we haven't even gotten halfway through this, and I have to go put all of this on the table because I don't have any hands-free. But I'll tell you what, we can, well, how are we going to do this?
Go back outside.
Go back outside and then come back. Okay, that's what we'll do.
Yes. And Deb,
Hey, I can help.
can you just make a
Of
pile?
course.
Okay.
Well, here, I'll just take it after.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I can load it up fast, that's for sure.
So Deb, I apologize for the skipping. Until we get 1,000 subscribers on this channel, we cannot go live directly from the YouTube app. And this is part of the issue that we're hoping is that it will be remedied by more glitchy. Oh, and now back. So we need to get away from this corner.
Okay, well, that's fine. I think we've seen what was in that corner. And yes, I'm very grateful to have this tech prowess here because otherwise I
look into the camera.
Yeah, I'm so used to the other camera now. It's very nice to have this tech prowess because it certainly helps. Now I want to look behind here.
Ooh,
this.
Look at that. Is that a purse? Is it supposed to be a purse?
It's art glass, and that's from the 90s, and those are offshore. So they're cute, but I don't really buy them.
Ooh, what's that?
Well, this one says it is Burwood, and it doesn't have a date on it, which is interesting because they usually do. It's only $18 divided in half, and that's certainly attractive enough. There are definitely people collecting these, and I think for that price, well, it's going to be $9.25 today. So for $9.25, I think we can put that in the pile too. So we are finding some things. It's funny because I really thought I scoured this place at half off.
Oh yeah, cute little ducks. Quack quack.
Yep. And then, oh, got to do the hat thing. You know, if you've seen me before, you know I like to put on hats. There it is, a Julia Ann original, and it's feathers and everything. It's actually kind of a cute one, but it's just a little...
Looks like a Cruella de Vil.
I want those dogs. But I don't think it's me. Let's see, a whole lot of weeping gold. I bought the salt and pepper shakers, but there's just a ton of this. Now, weeping gold is something themselves. This is an unusual one because it's got a company name on it. Generally, they are just
the backlighting is not going to...
Oh, okay. Usually they're just marked. I think this one has a mark. Yeah. It usually just says hand decorated. And people who are new to these get really excited because they say, wow, 22 karat gold, it must be worth a lot. The problem is that this is such thin gold leaf that if you tried to get it off, it would just all burn up. So it doesn't have value for being gold. It's just
these aren't bad.
Pretty
these two.
Yeah, these are cute. These were done by Salem, China, and then they sold the blanks and someone else decorated them, and they've got them, I can't tell what this is. Oh, I see. $11 today. And let's see who else we've got. Foghorn Leghorn. I always think of Kentucky when I see Foghorn Leghorn. All right, let's see if we've got anything else in here that we need. These dogs at the spinning wheel chasing the cat are a McCoy piece. It's a pretty common one though, and I've got a bunch of McCoy planters right now, so even though it's cute, I think I'll leave it for the time being. It's $11 at the sale price. There was some stuff in the case over here I'd really like to look at if we can get back there. And I don't want to interrupt anyone else who is the one on the other side. I don't want to interrupt anyone else who's shopping. So we will, because we're a little bit obtrusive with the camera and talking really loudly, but everyone's been a real sport about it. So we're just trying to make sure we're respectful and stay out of their way.
Lots of these guys.
Yep, lots of the Dutch cookie jars. I think these are, some of these were made by Red Wing. I'm not sure who did these, to be honest. Cold paint that wears off really badly though, so. And let's see. Okay, yeah, well, that was fun. We found some stuff, and I think it's time to go in the main house. Thank you for your help.
Oh, you're welcome. Y'all come back again. We'll do tomorrow on the same.
I have a hunch I will.
Okay, good.
Hold on just 1 second. Excuse me.
Found a doll. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Oh, you found a funnel?
I want that.
Okay, there you go. $2.50, and it's glass instead of plastic. That's. So when I was here the last time, I filled that entire table and the ground in front of it. It was kind of crazy how much stuff I got. Now, one thing is the prices go down that I like to look for because I do shows and because I have mall spaces. It's different than an online dealer. Is I like to look at concrete because it does sell really well. It's just a pain to move. Okay, that one's got a crack.
So let's try going a little bit more slowly.
Okay.
Because the signal, the feed that I'm seeing is pretty good. So I think if we just stay a little more.
All of these either have damage, are too new, or plastic for my taste. So nothing there for us. This is a nice little arbor. I'm sure it was fun moving furniture around it, though.
Oh, hi, Barb.
Okay.
Winking Owl is here.
Hey, Barb. Nice to see you. And nice to see you. Okay, let's see here. The slat top trunks are nice. I like them if they're completely flat because a lot of people want to use them as tables. The dome tops look nice, but they're a little inconvenient for a lot of folks. So this one's close to flat. It's been really refinished and relined. You can see it does have its original litho in there, though, with some sort of a jester look. Figure, or is she? No, she's in folk dress. Ooh, that drawer is really stiff. I think it's because it's outside. It probably is swollen. It's very humid today. See, and they have that at 75. Again, for me, it's going to have to be lower than that. So we're going to have to just keep checking back and see when the prices drop again. And most of the rest of this is nice decorative, but it's not old enough for the era that I do. I really generally, 1980s is really the newest that I usually try to get, and generally older than that.
How much?
The slat top, it's 75 today, which for somebody buying for their house is a great price. For me buying for resale, it's a little more than I can do. I know there's people who specialize in trunks who could get $150 for it. I don't get that money for them. So I guess let's try inside, because the inside is pretty neat, and it'll be interesting to see what's left.
Okay, we're going in now, and
We're
this
hoping-
may be the death of the signal, but we're hoping not. So
Yeah.
keep us informed as to how it is going.
This little vanity tuffet is cute for $14 today. It's just a little faded, and it's got one little stain, and I'm a little bit particular about that sort of thing. Can I back up? I'm not sure where I am. Okay, there we go.
I can't go through the window.
Yeah, that's true. Nice choice. But these are out of the 60s, and they are good sellers, and the price is certainly fine. Again, if the upholstery was just slightly better, I would get it. And I'm sure that's the only reason it's still here, because that is a really good price.
Don't move things around so fast.
Okay. Yes, I forget. It's a little different live, and it's a little laggy. So let's see in here. Pardon me. Okay, so we're going to take a look and see what's left. This is fantastic looking. I took it all the way to the table and then looked and saw the Made in China sticker. They are doing reproductions or versions in China, and this is one of them. That's why it's still here, is because I don't do Chinese stuff, not modern Chinese anyway. So I left it. It's too bad because it's a great book. I think all of this is fairly contemporary. This is a nice French piece, though, with the enameling, and the orange color is really cool.
Carrie says you have too much energy.
I'll try to settle down a little. I'm going to see over
You're getting to see what George is like when he gets to spend money.
Yes, I did get a little carried away. It's true.
Now, remember, guys, this is the third weekend of this sale. If you think there's stuff here now, on the first weekend when I came, it was unbelievable.
And you will see it in the videos on the main channel this coming week. We're going to do, because we did get some 4 footage. Yeah, like this is nothing actually in the 60s
There.
and 70s.
Don't flip it and spin it so much. Just
Sure.
keep it in one position. It's
There's
not
the
going
calico
well with
label.
the...
And they're nice little pieces, and they seem like they're priced in, oh gosh, anywhere from about $10 to $20 is where the prices are now. And they're certainly worth that. It came in some other colors that I prefer to the brown personally, but it's just a matter of choice. We've got Carnival.
Carrie, we're in Kentucky, Western Kentucky.
I'm going to look at these trunk pieces because these are old, and I think they are attractive, and I see some potential in in pretty good shape. But again, at half price, it's $45. That's about what I would put on it. So again, just going to have to wait until things come down a little.
Yeah, Tammy, it was loaded. This back shelf was completely full. This table was way more full.
Sure. Now this is a Northwood piece, and it's a nice green color is the base color. This is Carnival glass, and Northwood was a fellow from England who emigrated to the United States and really did very well in Carnival glass. And I'm going to back into here because we can show you a couple things about it, I think. I'm not sure how close we can get, but there's an
It's
N.
green.
Yeah, and there's an N with a line underneath it there. And as long as the N doesn't touch that line, it's an original Northwood. They did reproductions of these in the 1980s, but the N touches the line, and that's how you know that it's a fake. This one is a great pattern. It's a fairly common pattern, and it's $25, but that's a nice size. So I'm tempted on that one. I think I'm going to hang on to it as a maybe. So let's see what else
Hi,
is
Will.
left in here. There's some Majolica pedestals that are nice. These are something you see a lot. And they're really cute, and they look really old, and they're based on the really old ones that Falstaff Beer had made. But when you turn them around, if they haven't taken it off, it's got the little gold paper there that lets you know that this is actually a later production. And they're a little bit lightweight. They're still very attractive, and they're collectible. They're just not going to sell for big money because they're not pre-prohibition like they appear to be. If these were the originals that were heavier from around 1910, those are going to sell for like $150 a piece. Let's see what else we have in here.
Ooh, more weeping gold.
Oh, I see okay, I felt a chip on the Northwood piece right there. You have to really be careful with these. And the best way is to do this. I'll show you. Use the palm of your hand, because especially with all these sawtooth, your fingers are calloused and they may not feel.
Nope, we're catching up. We sort of went away there for a second, but we're back.
Now, Danny at the Niche Lady, I always want to say the Niche Lady, but she pronounces it the Niche Lady, which is also acceptable, and it's her channel, so that's what it is. But she really likes early American pressed glass, and this is a good example. This is a pattern called Croesus, C-R-O-E-S-U-S. Purple. It's got this very big scrolly thing. This is the beginning of Art Nouveau design, so this came out about 1895. And this is a nice heavy piece. At $37.50, it's not a bad price, but again, for resale, these are reselling more like 65-ish. And I think that I just don't want to push on prices because there are going to be bigger discounts coming.
The mirror.
Oh yeah, the mirror.
Michelle, it froze for a moment. There is a delay, so hang in there and it will probably come back.
Now there's something above your head that is really nice, and it is a lamp with the Carnival glass shades in the Orine, this gold. The shades, without taking them down, I can't tell you which company made them, but the likelihood is they were made by Steuben. Tiffany made similar, and it even has the little shade way up at the top that would have originally been for if you were, some of these lights in this era were made to do both kerosene or gas as well as electric during the transition periods. And that's a beautiful piece. Now you might think $7.95 is a lot of money, but I sold a set of 6 shades alone for $800. They are very desirable. So that's something to look for. You will sometimes see the shades just sitting by themselves because people don't know what they are. Here's a bunch of these Japanese cracked egg pieces that people like. That one's only $8, so that'd be $4. That might be viable. I'm not quite as wild about the white one, and then this one would be $5.
If you want to show it, you'll need to get the backlighting away from it.
Oh,
like over
okay.
here.
Okay. So I know a lot of you folks see these out in the wild, and at $4, it's a pretty good buy. It seems like people are willing to pick these up nowadays. But
is this going to glow?
That's a good question. It might be Fenton Burmese.
No, it says it's that something.
Oh, it's Italian. It's Venetian. So will it glow? That's a good question. Custard glass is not a guarantee to glow. It depends on how they made it. Some of it has little to no uranium in it, and some of it has a whole lot. And I don't know with the Italian, and I didn't bring my black light to find out.
Ooh, it's not the
It's
clinking.
$10.
Hold the clinker.
It's $10, and it's got this label. This is a 1970s Murano right there. That label, when you see it, is 1970s and 80s, so you can recognize the age. That's a maybe. And let's see, yes, more weeping gold, little silver overlay perfumes, but when you feel these, if they don't feel like they are raised, then it's electroplated silver, and what people really like are the ones that are actual silver, where if you broke the glass, you'd have a piece of silver sitting there.
Yes, Mary, I know those are Jeffrey eggs. I don't know why, but I've heard them be referred to that.
That's right. Well, Jeffrey does very well with them and loves them, and if he was here, I'm sure he'd take all of them at those prices, and I might just follow suit. This is a nice early 1900s art glass piece. I'm not sure who made it, but it's polished. I think that it's probably European, likely English rather than American. That would need a little bit more research. It's $32.50. Again, not a bad looking piece for the price. Let's see down here. Now, Fenton does well for me, and I have people say, oh, you just can't sell Fenton anymore. And I beg to differ. It sells just fine for me. This is Coin Spot. Now, this is $195 for the set with the glasses, and the only reason I didn't pick it up already is the glasses are kind of a weak pink color. This is later production, and it's just not as strong. I'd like them to all be the deep color, so, but we'll think about those. And this is a nice Victorian enameled piece here. This piece is also Fenton. Now, this is more of a mulberry color with the variation in colors, and it does have the Fenton mark. It's just very hard to see. It's $32.50 today. Because this is a harder to find color, this is not a bad price for what it is, possibility. Again, I'm a little spoiled because I bought so much here before that I'd like to wait until it's a little less. And then this is Goofus, but it's got the opalescent edge. I personally prefer the opalescent edge because I think it just gives a little more dimension to the pieces. These colors in Goofus are fired on. You can see they're just there. If you scratched it, it would come right off. And that's a problem with Goofus, is it's often losing its color. But this one is only $12, and the color's mostly good, but right in here, when you start to lose it in the fruit where it's visible, that's kind of a turn off for me. Part of the reason it's collectible is because it's hard to find in good condition. Let's see, there's
that bowl, like that thing that you...
Oh yes, the bride's basket here. That's nice. It's at $62.50. Those used to sell for a lot more. It's nice that it has its original holder in the silver plate. I'll take it out so you can get a better look.
Hi, Paula.
Isn't that pretty? So, and it's got little hearts in it. That's nice. So this is a nice one. Again, there was a time this would have been a steal and it would have been gone. Now it's priced about right and at half price. It's buyable, but they're not fast sellers unless you can sell them for less. So I'm going to wait on that. All right. Well, let's see what
And a
else.
lot more of the weeping gold.
Much more weeping gold. I like the sailfish. This looks like something that could sell in Florida.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
And it's got the 24 karat gold mark. Sometimes they're 22, sometimes 24. Again, it doesn't really matter because the gold isn't of actual value for gold.
Keep it still.
It is half of $32.50. Again, just a shade more than I'd like to pay. But we will have it in mind.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if there's anything on this very pretty table behind you, which is the Victorian marble top. Now,
you're gonna have to move it away from the light too.
Sure. Well, let me see what we have here first. This is the tre fouche, which is 3 fires. That's an Italian term, and that's because they had to fire.
Hold on, Tammy. Are you talking about this right here? Lalique to the right of the weeping gold over here.
Oh, it appears to be Lalique, but it's actually pressed glass again. This is satinized on parts of it, and so that gives it the look of Lalique. But these are actually early American pressed glass pieces. And I have to be honest, I think these are reproductions. Yes, they are, because they have the, I think it's the Mosser, or is that
Can't
Weston?
read it. Can't see that.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but they look a lot like Lalique, but they're not. And they're much less expensive than Lalique. So you can have that look for a lot less if you look into early American pressed glass. It really is a good area to collect because the prices are down. And so you can get some really beautiful pieces right now. Anyway, I started to say this is called tre fouche, which is 3 fires. I'm probably massacring the pronunciation. I don't speak Italian. But they would fire the glass. That'd be the first firing. Then they'd have to fire on gold. Then they'd have to do the enameling and fire it a 3rd time. And that's the reason that these are called that. And they're pretty popular. $9 is really pretty inexpensive for this little vase. And I think I'll probably get that. And let's see what else in here.
What about this figure over here?
It's very nice, and it's a later 20th century version. There are ones from the Art Nouveau period that look like that, but she really is a beauty. And I see that Ellen bought her, it looks like.
Oh.
There are some things that are sold that are waiting to be picked up. I'm sure people are coming back for more.
Carrie, I'm seeing the questions.
And yeah, please ask away. These little music stands are 1970s era, and it's only $7. It's basically a magazine stand, and people, they're not the most functionally useful things, but people like the design, and for $7, that seems very cheap, actually. I think it was on the floor where no one saw it, so I saw it, and I think it's mine.
Carrie's asking if you'll purchase things for people.
Yes.
Within reason.
Yes. Yes, if you see something that you really like, again, the best thing to do is leave a comment, because we might miss it in the chat and there's no way for us to go back to that. But I will be coming back here in all likelihood when things are a little cheaper. So let's go out here.
Yeah.
Now they still have some of the Zolman pieces with this green eosin glaze, and I am interested in those.
They had a champagne color in there. Did you see it? Like this?
Oh, did I miss that?
Mm-hmm.
Was that in the other room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did want to look at that. I'm glad somebody noticed that. So let's set these down.
Yeah, it's in here. That thing.
Oh, I see. Yes. This is another one. This is very pretty satin glass. This was widely reproduced in the 1980s, and this one's a reproduction. Part of the way you can tell is that the casing, where they do the one layer over the other, is cut really straight.
Whoops. Let's not break it.
Yeah, I don't want to own it. It's cut really flat, and so you see this very wide white band. That's not the way they would have finished the original ones. There was a company called, and also it'll be hard for you folks to tell, but if you look at the bottom, there's almost no wear. The originals of these were done like 110 years ago. They're gonna show some evidence of having been used, at least on the bottom. There was a company called AA Imports in the 1980s that sent boatloads of this stuff, and they really ruined the market for some of this Victorian satin glass. But now that we've had some time and we can see their old catalogs, there's some scholarship on it, so it's okay to buy it.
Mace is asking about the music stands. wanting the music stands.
Oh, well, that's great. I picked up the gold one, and if you want both of them, I could pick both of them up.
And milk glass oil lamp by the window. I think milk glass. Milk glass oil lamp by the window. I think that's back in here.
Okay. I will get right there.
Okay, yeah, it's here. It's this.
Okay.
Next time y'all explain a little harder on how hard this was.
This
Actually, it's marble, so it's going to be quite heavy. This is Italian from the probably 1950s or 60s, and they're great, but they are expensive to ship. Let's see what the price on this is.
oh yeah, 95.
Yeah, it's priced at 95, and
Mace wants both.
both of the music stands. Okay, great. I'll grab that.
No, I'm just.
Over here, over the top.
The Zolnay pieces, I bought 2 here last week. They sold immediately at my show. I'm going to buy any of the ones left. They're in good condition. This has been made in Hungary for a long time. A lot of these are more modern, but modern meaning made in the last 20 or 30 years. But people like them, and they're very expensive, even the new ones. So it's
Frozen again, but we're back.
okay, good.
We're back.
The taller one is half of 68, and they just flew out, so I'm going to give that a try too. The birds are really cute, but I know they have chips on their beaks because I looked at them before. And then there's more trunk vases, and this is the original swung vase, by the way. These are from about the 19-teens. And yes, they swung them out, and that's how they got that pattern. They put them in a mold and then swing. People stuff real quickly.
No, I'll go with you.
Okay.
So we're gonna head outside for a minute, and then we're gonna be back.
Yeah, we have to take our stuff out to the front.
And Auntie Christy, yeah, there are. Hey,
Sorry about that.
will you?
Oh,
We have a pile.
Okay. You want to give me a good idea of how much they?
yeah, it's on the table, the part of the table facing this way on the right side.
Okay.
And there's a big old gold thing that you hang on the wall that looks like music made out of plastic.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
So Auntie Christy, vanity items are probably going to be down here. So we're going to go there next, maybe.
Yeah.
Or are we going to
Let's
dangly things here?
Let's finish this real quickly and then we'll go. Yeah, these are mantle lusters. They're priced at $4.75. There was a time they'd sell for that. I honestly usually get about half that, so I'm waiting for those to come down a little more.
Hungarian vase.
The Zolnay, yes.
Where?
The ones that we just sent out. The 2 little green ones.
Okay. Carrie said she wants one. Carrie, if you want one of those, please comment. Not in the chat, but after the video, just comment to remind George, or you can also email him. It's the antiquenomad@gmail.com.
And that probably is the best way of all, is just send me an email directly. Okay, let's see here. This little piece is a syrup pitcher, and it's old. These used to be very collectible. I still like them. This one is art glass. It's going to date to about 1900. The little birds. Okay, this is a miniature oil lamp, and I can't tell if this has age, so I'm going to skip that. Put that there.
Yeah, you can see these are Yeah, so 25, half of 25 today. $15.
Yeah, and these are great. These are Hager, and people like these now.
Hager.
And it's the 1980s. It's got the date on there, but the price is great. I have one in pink already, but this is a very good deal, and I'll take it.
Okay, we probably should move on.
Yeah, let's.
Because we've been going for 50 minutes, and the battery is not. I don't know how long the battery's going to last.
Well, then we'll go right to the boot locker.
Well, I'm going to go and just give a quick show around this room.
Okay. Aha.
Auntie Christie wants the 2 red ones.
Okay.
The birds.
We can do that. And I am going to grab the John Perry flamingos to take to Florida.
Oh. Flamingos.
Yes. Yeah, John Perry is
Look
still
at those.
in production, but the flamingos do really well, and you don't see them very often. And I'm headed to Florida, so that's going to go with me. So I guess I got to take these outside and a couple of red gobo.
What about the dolphins and the...
They're nice. We'll look at them. I'm not sure that they really, they seem like they don't sell for as much as I thought they would, though. Whereas these are kind of a standout. So
okay.
I'll tell
well, go
you
ahead.
what.
You go ahead with that, and I'll go get the birds.
Okay, that sounds great.
So this one and this one. Just make sure there's no, yep. Looks like no chips. Are you running things?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are in George's pile out there.
Okay, there's more of them out there.
Not more birds, but he's got more stuff.
Okay, do you know what's what's something he has out there?
A glass funnel. That's all. And the oh, there he is.
There he is. Okay. Oh, okay, he's got the lady too.
But where?
I'll put it out.
Thank you. Okay, so maybe we should try to go to the
Oh, look at these. These are kind of cute.
Oh yeah, these are check wall pocket birds, and they're really cute, but I just got a huge collection of them, so that's why I didn't really...
Debbie wants the other 3 birds, and we've got syrup bottle. I checked the red ones. I didn't check those.
Okay.
For chips.
For damage, okay. They look pretty good. Yeah, I think they're fine.
HLN. What's HLN? Carrie, it's the Antique Nomad at Gmail.
Okay, so the other job area is more than I want to spend yet. Let's see. The Roseville shell is.
Oh, that's nice.
It's really cool, but the magnolia is a little harder, and the color is a little off for being a shell. If it was blue, it'd be a sail. Let's see what this Stein looks
Who's
like.
this guy?
Yes. Let's see. The Stein here is West Germany, so it's not as old as it looks, but it's nice. And for half of 60, it could be a buy for somebody. I think it's a little more than I want to spend. This is a very pretty piece that is a reproduction. It's a galley, but it's not the original thing, unfortunately. I did a little looking at that and a little investigation when I was away. It's very pretty, though.
I don't mean, I'm just listening to you because you know so much stuff I was listening to.
That's fine.
No problem.
Absolutely, yeah. If you don't mind me yammering to everybody, we're actually shopping vicariously for some people in the process. Yes.
Yeah, this is pink. This is kind of a. This is a very. It's hard to see this, but this is pink. It's a very light pink, and this is cut glass.
It's pressed, actually.
Isn't it pressed?
It's to look like it, but it is pressed. This orange satin glass is a Tiffin piece, and I actually like that color. It's a little ombre. It goes into the green here. So that's a thought.
And the wall pockets. How much were the wall pockets? Somebody wants to know.
They were
The little bird checked ones.
They were a little too much right now. They're 40, and I have some. So let me show you what I've got because I can do better.
Well, LaDonna, we're just sort of showing this off. Where he's going to come back when it's actually even more of a markdown. So it's fine if people want to ask for things.
Any thoughts on that?
Let's see. Well,
Just buy everything.
it's got some
It's not quite yet priced to buy everything.
Yeah, it's got the crudeness. I think this is old. It's got specs like it was fired. They would fire in wood, and so little bits would pop out and get.
Oh, you're gonna get those?
Are they nice?
So
They probably glow. Do you ever use the UV
No,
light?
I think in the half it's.
When we came in before,
Yeah.
we had our light with us, and I'm pretty sure that this one, we sort of just shine the light around, and I think so. I'm the cameraman. He's the one that knows.
Oh
Well,
yes.
she's got 70,000.
A different company did these for imports, and that made me a little nervous, and I forgot about it and I didn't look it up, so that'll be part of my homework.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a whole lot of those, and the fact that they're the ones
So
left.
they glow too? Those glow too in the black light?
They can. I don't remember. No, that custardy stuff can do it too. Yeah, because we found that the first time we came. Like I said, there was a whole lot more the first time.
I know.
There was a lot more. Yep. So here we go. Here's another shelf of goodies.
And I had looked through the lucite purses. They have a nice selection, but lucite purses are prone to damage, and all of them had little problems except this one. But they had one.
Is that the one that had the crack on the bottom?
No, that's
okay.
the round one over there. Yeah, I think this one's fine, and the only reason I didn't get it is because they had two, and I got the other one, and it sold immediately, so I'm getting this one too.
Anything over there?
Nothing that really grabbed. Purses.
Here are the rest of the purses that are varying condition.
Yeah, and they're really nice. It's just that their condition is just really important to the collectors on these, and they all have just a little something that wasn't quite right.
Yeah, this one. I remember thinking this one would have been fine, but what was wrong with this?
Let me see if I can remember. Boy, I think when I got it outside, there was something, and of course now I'm not seeing it.
The inside, maybe?
I think what it is out in the sunlight, you see that it's yellowed, and that happens sometimes with these.
I was holding things up to that chandelier over there.
Now this one's cute, and it's a little cheaper, but that's because the sides are metal, and they don't do as well. I'll be careful of your birds, I promise.
Oh, it's, is it?
It's like a metal, almost a mesh of some sort. So, I don't know, I'm tempted. Let's see. So in the boudoir area,
Okay, we do have.
there's a lot of perfume bottles. They're mainly more recent. They're perfectly nice, and they're also
the mirror. That's not bad.
Yeah, I like the celluloid. This is going to be 1930s, 20s, yeah, probably 20s.
It's pretty cool. The design and it's in
Yeah, the
good
design's good. Well, it's pretty scratched on the surface. That's the only problem with these is people would set them down, and that's what happened. Now, this is 1960s, probably by the Florenza company, even though it may not be marked. It's a lipstick holder.
Oh, okay.
And they're jeweled, and Florenza was mainly a costume jewelry company, but for half of 15, I think I'll buy that. People seem to like these kinds of things again. Boudoir stuff is definitely popular.
Hi there. How are you?
Oh,
Oh,
my goodness.
hey,
That's
is it
actually kinda
pink?
cool.
Is it pink? It looks pink.
Oh, it's
Kind of.
pink, all
Okay,
right.
it's a very low, like a muted pink, but
I
it's,
think they're neat. I'm sure the only reason this is still here is because it's the middle of summer and no one's thinking about walking around with one of these, but I like it.
oh, it was back here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was with the pillows.
Okay. And I do see a couple things down here that I didn't notice the other day, and I definitely would like to get these. These are Fenton again, and it's.
Oh yeah, I saw those. They were in there.
Oh, okay.
First time around. There was more than one, I think.
Yeah, there are two here, and I will take both of them because it's a great color. You don't see too often, and it is a swung base. Fenton felt the need to do swung bases to keep up with everyone else back in the 60s, and this color is probably an early 70s, sort of a magenta, and there are two of them. And now there are 0 of them because I'm going to take them. So I think I have to make another trip.
Here, let me have that.
You got it all right? Okay.
Yep.
Well, maybe
And look
we
at
can
that.
keep going.
This is fun.
Yeah, these are interesting. The turquoise and the big branch coral.
Yeah, it's nice.
They're
Contrast.
big and chunky. The contrast is great. There's not a lot of women willing to wear them, though, because they're very heavy and they're more contemporary than what I do. So that's the reason I didn't get those. This has sort of a nice chandeliering effect to it.
So,
It's got a good look.
okay, we're back.
Oh. Grapes. And so, yeah, that's a possibility. I think it would look good on a display.
Okay, let's get rid of this.
Yeah.
Let's empty our hands and
Yeah. Maybe
keep
we
going.
have to.
I've got it.
You got it? Okay.
I've got two hands.
So it's another trip to the front. And this is me being conservative because prices haven't fallen a lot yet. And when they do, boy.
Yes, this is one person's collection, but this person was a dealer, so they collected and
This is what happens
for a long
when
time.
an antique dealer dies, is there's a big, huge sale.
yeah, and for the person who was asking about the wall pockets here, you can see they are $20 for both.
Oh, well, that's better than I thought.
Because it's for the pair, and I don't think George noticed that before.
No, I didn't.
So 40 and then half off. So $20 for both of those. We are heading back out. Bricks. Ooh, thank you.
I'll hold the door for you.
Yes. We're all
Everyone
in
helps
this
each other.
together. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
There's a step down. Yeah. Did you guys have a shop?
YouTube channel, and he has retail spaces and does estate sales himself.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Where?
and he's an appraiser
Right
too.
here?
He's in Dawson Springs.
Where's that?
Do you know where Princeton is? Madisonville,
Yep.
Hopkinsville.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the middle of those
Those
things.
birds are popular.
Penny Ryle State.
Something that's popular.
I saw the whale, yeah.
Truthfully, because of the
I know that.
rock there, really, but that is a factory. I mean, that's a manufacturing plant.
So I am heading back in.
That probably is retail.
while George takes care of stuff. Again, just for you folks who just maybe are joining, there is a workshop back there that we went to. And this is I don't know, little
how did I miss
guest house
those
or
wagons?
something. And that is full of good stuff too. That holding table is too far for me. Yeah, well, we got people who will run out there for us. Mace, email George at the Antique Nomad at gmail.com, or that's really the best thing is email him.
Well, darn, I wish that wheel was better, but just noticed the high speed. This is 1930s, and it is.
Nope. Hang in there, guys. Oh, we're back.
Okay.
No, we lost the signal there for a minute.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, we'll do our best to stay streaming as long as we've got a signal out here in the country.
Yes, and we're so close to having 1,000 subscribers for the new channel, and when we get to that point, then we'll be able to go directly. It'll be one less step, and the quality will be better. So when we get to do things like this again, hopefully we'll be at that point. All right, let's see. Where were we? There's just still a ton of cute stuff in this place. I mean, a lot of the most exquisite things are gone, but there's still a lot of nice stuff here.
Good when it'll come back. We're in a very rural area.
People ask me about things that I think are going to come on in collectability, and this is Reuven glass, R-U-E-V-E-N, from the 1980s, and it had this sort of a stain on it rather than being in the glass, and they all are a little bit different looking because of it. I think this is an up-and-coming collectible area.
Oh boy. A lot of stuff on this table too.
Oh yes, really? This is the blue table. Now this one is Italian, probably Venetian rather than Murano, because it looks like it has machine characteristics. I looked through the perfume bottles before, and of course we've got the old phone here, but that's more than I can do on that. And let's see what else. You can tell what a beautifully appointed and put together house this was. If this is your style, that's pretty great. All right, a couple perfumes I didn't see. These are probably 1980s. Okay, that one's got a big chip. But I do look for even the 80s at this point.
Trina, I think tomorrow maybe. I'm not sure.
Let's see, this is a factice.
Okay.
Meaning a dummy perfume. If this was real perfume, it'd be $1,000 worth of perfume, so it's actually colored water to look like it. But this one says made in USA, and it is Giorgio of Beverly Hills was the company that made Wings. And for half of 30, I will take this because these actually do well for me in Florida.
Yeah, so, not shippable.
Not shippable. Okay, and I looked through
The knives.
the knives and jewelry before, and there were some nice things. I bought one really great check piece that I was very happy with. Okay, well, there's still more to this place, so.
$10? Really?
I'll tell you what, we'll carry it around.
I don't know. I think somebody's gonna want that.
I think you might be right.
Like Perla? That seems like her thing.
Well, it might be.
Although I think she's in California.
Right.
So you don't really.
For 100 degrees. Well, anything else that'll, give me something
Red,
to bump against it. Another red phone. I wondered if they all sold. This one has the old 4-prong jack. Oh, it's still up there. I guess that's why it stayed. That's too bad, because at $20 that would have been a buy. They sell for about $50 to $150.
We gonna get those wall pockets?
If the person viewing would like us to, we can. I do have a bunch
See,
of those.
Carrie likes the muff.
Oh yeah, I think it's cute. I'll say that. It's definitely the right color for now.
Okay, what will we find in here?
Oh, this room. Okay, they opened this up. I don't remember this being open before. They have a ton of old comics, and some of them are pretty fun, but most of them are more like Western and kids stuff. And really, the comics people really like are more about, Avengers and that sort of stuff. I don't think I see anything in there. We'll take a look over here, though. Lots of books. Do we squeak? This looks like a...
Ooh. We just sort of expel gas.
Well, Oh, there we go.
Oh, yes.
Could use a little Beano, I guess. All right, let's see what else we've got over here. The railroad lantern I should take a look at.
What about those old cars, metal cars?
Well, they're die cast, but they're all pretty new, to be truthful, or new-ish.
John Deere.
This one is Pennsylvania Railroad, but the price is an old school price I just can't get to. And that's also true with the Lionel train set, because it's neat, but...
And this clock is pretty cool, but it does have some face damage.
Yeah, it's scuffed right there. I would have picked that up in a heartbeat.
Not the old Explorer hat.
Oh, it's paper mache or plastic?
There you go.
Yeah, that looks probably better than the last hat I put on.
Edward Mobley. Hey, Teofane. What's Edward Mobley? George.
Oh shoot, it's a familiar name to me, and I should know, and I'm not grasping it. It's not coming to me right now, and I should know who that is.
Lamp? Carrie, what about the lamp? Which one? Anything else in here? Any of these?
No, I don't really. I mean, I think this is either a Briar or Heartland, but at half of $28.50, it's still more than I can do. This one's Sirocco wood. He's had a bad day.
$2.
Yeah, I just have so
Too
many
boring.
of those. Just have a lot of them, that's all. Oh, let's see here, a little
Bonk.
boat that I'm throwing on the ground. Looks like it used to have another paddle. Kind of. And
Michelle, I think you're talking about the red. Was that Bakelite handled syrup?
yeah, the big one that looks, the syrup or batter pitcher. Yeah.
Yeah, it's out in the pile.
Yeah, we've got it out in the pile.
Figurative lamp. Mobley produced.
Oh.
Okay, Mobley is the rubber. That's what Teofane was asking about.
Oh, very good. I don't know if it's Mobley or not. I didn't see a mark on it, and I don't have encyclopedic knowledge of this.
Oh, it's back here.
Oh, there.
Mobley. Oops,
Very
sorry,
good.
Sorry for being too loud there.
That's great, though. Good eye. 1971.
I wonder how much these are.
They might be marked inside. I know some of the others were. Let me see if I can open it for you. Yeah, it's $1.50.
Let's get these.
Yeah.
Oh, and we've got some pricing things.
Yeah, these are old Schroeder's price guides, and
Of course, I'm looking at the plants. I don't need that. I have enough.
these are a bunch of general price guides, and there's general ones and specific ones to a topic, and they really can be a great way to at least familiarize yourself with a certain collecting area. Some of these small tools and catalogs from companies are worth
okay.
buying.
I think you think this is a lamp. It's actually just a figure.
It just happens to be standing next to the lamp.
Yeah. Barb wants the.
She wants the
gassy bear.
Okay, and it's okay.
How much is it?
It was
Barb. It's gonna be like
half off 35.
Yeah, it's gonna be about $17.50. You still want it?
Let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, Misty and I, as folks who've been in the business a while, always talk about old reference books. These are general guides for the most part, but someone yesterday was asking about Carnival glass on the live we did yesterday. And here's one of the standard encyclopedias of Carnival glass. And this can be really useful if you're just learning a topic for the first time. What's nice is that there's pictures and information. It's not that the prices will be the same, but the scholarship is there.
Look, he has winking eyes.
How appropriate.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Sleepy and gassy.
So for example, this book, it shows all sorts of different patterns. So if you're trying to identify, now sure, you can get this information online, there's no doubt. But if you want to scroll through pages and pages and pages to try to find the one you're looking for, this is nice because it's kind of organized by pattern name. So, oh, it's got a diamond in it, I can go to the page with the diamond patterns. So I personally like the old reference books. I just think they're very useful still. Oh, this thing is heavy. Chippendale, yep. Okay, this is a nice old miner.
I started to say, what about that?
Yeah, oh, I remember. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
look at this. What's
it's
this thing?
just a little too high.
This is kind of weird.
Oh, that's a character from...
I know. What is it from?
Is it Shrek?
It's just weird. It's like movable.
It's Tartar. He's from... Oh, I can't remember which movie.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, these are
some
these
juggling.
Exercising juggling pins, yep.
Those are cool.
Yeah, 45 for the pair. Honestly, they're worth about half, which is what they would be now. You know, again, because this was a dealer's estate, some of the things are going to be priced high at first until they see what's left, and then they're going to lower prices more.
Okay, let's run this out.
Okay. And then we have downstairs, so we still
let's
have
see
one more layer if the battery lasts that long.
Bear cam here.
I can get the bear for you. You got that? Here, let me
Get the bear. Get the bear.
The bear, okay.
It's interesting because it actually likes the phone is better inside, believe it or not.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know why. Makes no sense.
Oh yeah, the bear is cute. Look at those great eyes.
Yep, keep going. Lion King, Ice Age. Okay.
These are all for sure's.
And the books. So, George, you didn't want that?
I almost got it the other day. Oh, it's got a scrape on it, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah. I looked at it a little closer when she asked me because they knew I was buying a ton. So there's a little scratch and a little scratch, and to me that just I'm fussy about.
we don't have Wi-Fi turned on, so I don't really know what it is. Yeah, and this is nothing really exciting out here.
Well, these are nice. They're 1920s or 30s with the gessoing on it for the design on wood. You know, they're $17.50 for the pair. It's not a terrible price for bookends, but the ships are fairly common, so that's why I
Hi,
left
Thrifty
those.
Shutterbug. Glad you could make it.
Okay, let's go downstairs. We've got one more level.
Boy, well, just nearly fell off that.
This place just keeps on giving. I'll tell you, it is a really fun sale. And when you next week, if you want to really see some crazy things that they had before,
As George
today,
trips.
then I'll have videos next week on the regular Antique Nomad channel that will show the big pile I got last week and what was in here before all of that. There was a ton more than you see now, believe it or not.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you? We were so afraid that you had forgot to pack that one item. Donna called you.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
I'm so glad.
And it's still here. Funny thing.
Did we-
Wow.
What's it?
Yeah,
What's
you did
left?
great.
What's left back there?
Oh, I thought we went there. Maybe we didn't.
Did we?
Oh, it's a closet. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I thought there was a reason. All right, so we're going to go downstairs. We got one last level to look at.
You
here.
should have done that the other day when we had all the stuff. Nothing left now.
Well, I took video. I'll do
Oh,
a
good.
video this
Okay.
week.
We did video, but we're wanting to shop when it's.
We're actually live now, and some of the people are having it. No, that's fine. We're actually some of the folks are shopping with us. They're having us pick stuff up.
Okay. We're down, it might be a little noisy, and we might cut out. So
I like this little miniature kitchen Hoosier or kitchen queen made for a little girl, 1930s, I would say, and it's just really cute.
Trina, I don't think there's much art.
No, there really wasn't a lot, and most of it was prints. And there were a few pretty ones, but I think they're all gone. Ooh, that didn't sound good.
This is where I found those curtain tiebacks.
We are near the crossroads of America. Not quite there.
Teophane, what do you think?
All right, well, let's see if there's anything down here. This room is pretty much just sort of, oh, but there's these. Well, these are nice and heavy and substantial, and they're half of 49,
What is it?
and you know, they're bookends. And there's a pair, and they've got the bird sitting on top of the books. And because they've got the paint, there's some sort of pot metal. One of them's missing the bottom, so you can see what it's made of. We'll put it over here in the light so you can see, but I think the colors are good on these. I don't see any big chips or scrapes. And, you know, if you follow me, you know I like bookends. And
There's
these
a
are kind
hat
of
for
different, so
you.
I'm
I see
gonna
a
get these.
hat. I see a hat.
Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Yeah. This hat's seen better days. It's like Tuesday weld on a Thursday.
Are these Tupperware? No.
No, it just has that look. Well, this is kind of a surprise. I think they just sort of randomly came out of a...
Is this a typewriter?
Yeah, that's a... About the time people were giving up typewriters, they started making them out of plastic. Well, here's some art for Trina.
Okay, a little noisy here, guys. Oh yeah, there was some art down here. I do remember this now.
But again, not anything real significant, just pretty things to hang on the wall. This one's really neat. I wish it was as old as it looks, but it's pretty great. And this is not for sale, which is too bad because I could sure use one of those.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Well, that might be something because, you know, some of this old technology people are looking for.
$5.
I mean,
do
do
you
people
think?
buy camcorders anymore? They probably do. I mean,
Well, now
they
it's
are-
like 30 years old.
right, and so that's starting to be a thing. Well, that's something
We
that
drag.
can, check
My stepfather dragged this like Clark Griswold to Europe
out.
when we took a European one of the European trips that I was on. It was definitely
Could you
the
imagine doing that
Griswolds.
today?
I know.
Yeah, it seems
Can't read
incredible.
walk your numbers out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got the battery pack.
Well,
Yeah, because that's the battery.
when we're done filming and we have free hands, we can come back
Yeah,
and
we
check
may.
it out. I like this little safe firebox too. That might be something to bring. And look, Stephen King
Okay,
did
Carrie. Yeah, sure.
that.
What that?
She looks
is that
pretty ominous.
is
with
that
switch.
anything?
Oh, it's pretty, but it's a newer one.
Right.
It looks good. All right, we've got one more room, folks.
What about this?
I don't really do well with those.
It's like a wine.
It's a
thing.
wine holder, and I just haven't had a lot of luck. So
Okay.
we've got one more way to go.
Oh, I forgot. Yep, there's more to the basement.
I have run my bell on so many themes. I'm surprised I remember half of what I do. This is a beautiful old mirror that needs help, but you can see the silvering coming off, and some people are really liking that aged look with mirrors. So
It's kind of loud over here by that.
it'd be a project, but maybe a good project.
Starfish.
These dismembered doll parts. Little sea crustacean. Yes.
It's not a crustacean.
No, it's a starfish. That's right. It doesn't have a shell.
It's an echinoderm.
I'm not surprised you know that. I'm not surprised I don't. Well, let's see. Looks like General Custer. A few more mirrors back here. 55 each. Decent style. But
I like the Mars on mirror. Marks?
Oh yeah, the marked up, yeah, where it's sort of fading out a little bit. Yeah, it's a neat look. I mean, if you're doing something that you want to look really old, well, that's got the look.
Oh, well, thank you, Auntie Christy. George appreciates the praise.
Oh, well, I don't see
The education you give us in these videos is so valuable.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm really glad. I'm glad to do that for you. You know, I do make mistakes sometimes, and I try to correct them. I had a viewer very upset because I called a mola Mexican when they're Panamanian, and I had to eat crow on that because they were right, and I knew that once. This is McCoy, but it's as is.
Yes, Teophane, it's like Oculus.
And honestly, I think we've actually seen what was left. And I feel like we found a bunch of good stuff again, so I'm excited about that. It was better than I thought, considering that the prices still haven't come down all the way. So I guess we head upstairs.
Yeah, we're going to head up.
Whoops.
This is not the way. So after you.
Thank you. I like the little still banks, but not quite as much as they do.
I just asked Kelsey, he said, well, his son went to the hospital. What was it?
Well, that was a lot of fun. We hit it hard and we found a bunch of stuff. Not quite as much as the last trip, but a pretty good haul, I'd say.
So why don't we put that back down and go back in here for the end?
Okay, that sounds good. Oh, this has a little crack on it.
Oh.
The one nice thing is
And
they've got
that
the
you can see
cashiering
there
thing.
too.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me as much, but that is a
Oh,
problem.
you can't really see that down there.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, painting.
I'm almost ready.
Let's run back in yes. Let's run back in really quickly.
Okay.
We have one last request in the house for a painting in the on the hallway, I think.
Okay, let's see what this is.
stairwell.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I told you.
Not, oh, this.
Oh, this is nice. Yes, it's a print from Hold. I don't see a price though. It may be sold. Let me see if I can find out.
Oh, you're not going to get that out of here. I mean, that'd be a real pain to ship it, but maybe with. Yeah, how much is it?
65.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I would get that to somebody safely. It does have a little scrape here as well, so
Really?
yeah, it's pretty though. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah, that's a blemish there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of damage. I am down here too. So as much as I hate to dissuade someone from something, I think that one would be tough to handle and get to you in good condition.
Where did those go?
Oh,
Don't those go with that?
no, these are Victorian actually, and it's amazing to me how inexpensive these are now. These are priced at $10 each. They really only sell for about $20 now, which surprises me. I think they're really beautiful. They're 120 years old, cranberry glass. They seem like a real bargain.
This is kind of neat too.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then this one is Fenton, so that's a little bit later, but that one is definitely Victorian. But
Ooh. Handmade in Brazil.
Interesting. Brazil makes good pottery, actually.
And then
It's all pretty recent.
And hi, baby.
So
And
I
then,
think we did it. I think that we really scoured the bargains out of this place.
Yeah, this one.
So let's go back into the outbuilding.
Okay. Alrighty, well, we're going to go one last
Carrie
time
wants
in
Carrie
here.
wants that little metal box.
Oh, the one that you just picked
Yeah,
up?
I think it's $7. Like the price with the after the half is $7,
I think that's right.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
I'll grab it.
yeah, this place they really did landscape this nicely here. Except for the porta potty. Here he is with the box. See?
Okay.
It does have a, wait, that's just a sticker.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
a big deal.
okay. Yep. I thought that was pretty cool. See?
Yeah, it's cute.
Sometimes he listens to me. Okay, and we're gonna go back in here. This is not bad.
Yeah, it's nice looking, really.
Air conditioning. So, for those of you that didn't see this the first time, we are gonna make another little
One last
run,
little
and you wanted to show something specifically over here.
Oh, I just wanted to look, but I did, and I didn't see anything I needed. The tins are kind of cute, but nothing that I think I...
Kentucky. We're in Western Kentucky. By the Ohio River. Very close to the Ohio River.
Oh, here's a typewriter ribbon tin. You know that there's a YouTuber who loves these.
Oh yeah, and that's not too.
It's not too bad.
I don't know. I
It's
don't know
a
what's
little-
considered bad or good on those
Well,
things.
I mean, this is probably about a number 4 or 5 on a scale of 10. Once you start to, tins are graded on a 10-point scale, and once you start having corrosion and things
down.
that, you know, that really kind of takes the value out of them. But it's only $3, so. However, she has such a big collection, I don't want to guess what she needs. So I think
Now, what would have been here?
those would have been little forks, and if it had little forks, which are almost always, I would buy it. And then there is some uranium glass, just sort of the simple patterns from the 1930s. We have the
Oh, the plates.
optic. We have, these are grill plates. I like grill plates. If you have kids who hate to have their food together, these are great because the food can't touch each other. Some people are very picky about that. but a lot of people don't like them because the food can't touch each other. So it's just a matter of taste. Cute pieces.
Tammy, what chair on the wall? Oh, over by the door, I think. Yeah, we'll.
Hanging up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a little rush chair, and it's child size. And it's got some losses here. It's often the case that the rushing starts to break and crack even just with age, because it's just wood splints.
Well, Mace, we can't be everywhere at once. George would love to, but
Yes.
can't. We'll get there someday.
A jewelry casket for $2. The silk is a little bit worn, but it's intact enough for that price. I think that's going to be the last addition to the pile, because that's the one we looked at the beginning, but it's got the plastic.
Missing the pin, or
well, it's not that it's missing the pin, but this is plastic, so it tells us it's like a 1970s rather than an 1870s.
You're welcome, Tammy.
I think
Spongeware.
yes, the piece of I didn't. Oh, right there, the bowl there, I think is
What?
sponge.
Nah, he was. They were talking about something else.
Oh, okay.
Theophane, what were you talking about? Not this, right?
Well, let's go. Hey, I matched this display. Let's go over here and we can wrap up. It has been really fun.
No, let's
doing
wrap
this.
up outside.
Oh, you want to wrap up outside? Okay, that sounds good too.
What those glasses? What are they? It's kind of cool.
They're a great color, capri blue, one of my favorite colors.
Yeah.
It's they're like 1960s or 70s.
Sure.
But they're a little on the squat side. People really, people have become bigger and they want bigger glassware. Things that used to be water stems are used for wine now, and the things that were wine stems people use for cordials these days. And yep, a bunch of different brushes. I like if we can find holes. The brushes by themselves are cute, but I don't see it really out.
Yeah, antiques from Karen. It gets choppy in this building. We're just doing the best we can.
There's another Loretta Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, I never realized she looks a lot like Carolyn. Except a brunette. Okay.
Okay, yes, let's.
All right. Well,
I think we are pretty much finished, unless
may have seen.
we need an Audrey 2 planter.
Did she come into Maxwell House
It
Camp?
was a he.
He came to Maxwell House Camp.
Yeah, it was a Maxwell House
I
camp.
didn't remember that.
So, Baroque candles. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. And missing the green, unfortunately, on that.
Yes. Oh, one last thing. Strangely enough, people are liking these old wooden hangers that have advertising from stores on them. And this one is $3, which is $1.50. And I think I'll take it because I've been starting to use them in my closet. I figure it's an easy way to collect something fun that's cheap and I can find usually still. And with
So where are
that,
you all from?
Dawson
Dawson
Springs.
Springs.
Did you ever drive up?
Yeah.
You didn't see any bear. There was a bear in Dixon yesterday.
Was there
Really?
Yes, it was. It was all over TV.
They're all right. They're turning them loose and they're not letting nobody know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're waiting for a bear to show up at Pennyrile Forest, by us. It's a perfect place for them.
Yeah, that's
We
where
have
they ought to be.
armadillos now.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've made their way up. All right, so let me give the.
This looks like a mochi pounder.
It's a pounder, all right, that's for sure. Well, let me give these to them, and then we'll say goodbye to everybody.
So,
Well,
let's go stand in front of the crap myrtle.
that sounds good. Or maybe in front of this lovely bush here. Give people something.
The flowers.
Yeah.
That's what I just was saying.
Yeah. Oh, the crepe myrtle. Well, I like them.
Well,
Anyhow, this was really fun. I'm so glad that we got to do this, and thank you for persevering with us through the ups and downs of the signal. It is really fun to be able to do these kind of lives, and we're almost to enough members where it'll be smoother in the future. Subscribers, sorry, because we need 1,000, and we're very close, and then we'll be able to do this more directly. So that will make better quality. So we'll try to do this again sometime. I'm glad we could shop for a few of you. Please send your email with the request to the antiquenomad@gmail.com. So if there was something we picked up for you, let us know what it is. I'm going to be processing. I've got a bunch of other orders to ship out tomorrow, and to bill people through PayPal, which is how I do it. So if you will please send your information, I'll make sure we get things out to you right away. In the meantime, I'm George the Antique Nomad, and you can see how crazy this place was and how beautiful some of the things that were already gone, and the huge pile I bought last week on the videos coming up this week on the regular channel, Monday and Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern. So we also have our level 2 live coming, or
it's not a live,
sorry,
early
it's
access.
not a live. Level 2 early access video will be coming. So lots of stuff to show you, and we will have fun. In the meantime, this was fun, and thanks so much.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.